Hi, my name's Luke Morgan and I'm with Like Me Partners. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the dynamic between the outer life and the inner life. Now, the key word we want to be thinking about here is the word curating, right? Curating. What does it mean when we say curate? Well, of all the possible things that we could possibly speak about or show about ourselves, we curate and choose what it is about ourselves that we want others to notice. Imagine you go to a college graduation. Likely, most of the graduates will be wearing a robe of some kind. Maybe it'll be black, maybe if they're a faculty member, it'll be a different color or some sequence of colors. Because for that particular event, of all the things somebody could choose to wear, they curate down to that one particular garment because it seems most appropriate for that time and that place. Now, for most of us, in our outer life, if we're wearing this robe, it doesn't necessarily mean that because we wear it in that setting that we wear it in every other setting. And that's not necessarily a good or bad thing, it's just a true thing, right? When we speak, if we just threw a whole bunch of nonsense words together that didn't mean anything, well, we wouldn't be curating, but on the other hand, we wouldn't be making any sense either, right? So whether we talk, whether we dress, whether we behave a certain way, we're always curating all of the time, and we're trying to put that best self forward for others to notice and to see. An example for the difference between the outer life and the inner life on which it stands is like maybe you've put out a picture on your social media over the last week or so, right? The picture that you chose to actually post is your outer life. And here's the trick. The inner life is the 14 pictures that you didn't post and the picture that you did post. Okay, so maybe in one picture the lighting wasn't quite right, maybe in another picture you kind of had a goofy expression on your face. Whatever reason you didn't post it, like that picture is still you just curated it and didn't show it to everybody else. What we find is that when a person has an outer life, right, that doesn't cohere very well with that inner life, that's a person that we would call a hypocrite. There's this sense that the further you are out in public, the more you curate. Now, when I was growing up, punk rock music was really in. I really liked punk music. I liked to play it. I liked to listen to it. I liked to wear the clothes that kind of went along with it. So some people really liked wearing the Ramones shirt. They weren't necessarily my style, so I wouldn't listen to their music and I wouldn't wear their shirts. But every now and again, you'd have a kid that just wanted to wear the t-shirt but didn't listen to the music. And we had a word for a person like that. Maybe people today would call that person fake. Back then we called them a poser, right? Because they were showing something in their outer life that wasn't drawn from the inner life. And what we find is that whether it's in business, whether it's in ministry, whether it's in nonprofit, more and more people are trying to construct an outer life that really isn't drawing at all from this inner life. The inner life is this vast chasm. It's this huge storehouse of experiences and thoughts and choices and decisions you could make. And the outer life is that small amount that you've curated that you want to share with other people.